Today we are going to see poem 2, Our Casuarina Tree, written by Thordat. Our Casuarina Tree is a poem published in 1881 by Thordat, an Indian poet. In this poem, Thordat celebrates the majesty of Casuarina tree that she used to see by her window and remembers her happy childhood days spent under it and revives her memories with the beloved siblings. And eventually, she immortalizes the tree. So, like a huge tree, how the William Wordsworth scantified the tree. Here, look about the author. Thordat is the full name is Thorlada Dutt. She was born in 1856, the 4th March, and died in 1877 at the age of 21. At a young age, she died. So was a Bengali poet from the Indian subcontinent who wrote in English and French. She was very fluent in both English and French. She also done the more writing in English and French. She was the third daughter of the family. So she had two siblings. The Dutt family was a family of distinguished intellectual and poets. Basically, the family also very the intellectual, the persons. She also had the advantage of being taught by excellent English, the tutor at home, and she was arranged the English, the teacher at home. And later on, of the long stay in Europe and England, then she completed her higher studies in Europe and England. So she became very fluent in both English and French. The Thor, with all her exposure to and involvement in, she went to the foreign, the Western country. The she loved her own country and religious belief and all the cultures and heritages in her born country. Besides her well-known collection of poems with the title Ancient Ballads and Legends of Hindustan. So all her collection of poems that comes under the name of Ancient Ballads and Legends of Hindustan was published in 1882. She has to her credit a volume of poem in French, the titled, then all her French writing. So released under the name of Sheep Cleaned in French Fields. It was published in 1875. Our Casuarina Tree, the most well-known of Thor's poem. So in this poem is a very famous one amongst her writings. Was included in her miscellaneous poem. It was adapted from miscellaneous poem. Here come to the first stanza. So there are 5 stanzas here. Each stanza consists of 11 lines. Look at the first one. Like a huge python winding round and round, the rugged trunk intended deep with scars, up to its very summit near the star. Here, the Thordat begins the poem with a stunning description of a tree. A creeper winds itself round and round the tree trunk. So, he compared the creeper so like a huge python. So, look at this picture. A creeper surrounding a tree is like a huge python. Python means a venomous a snake. It's a huge one. It's not a small one. And also, the rugged trunk intended deep with scars. The trunk of the tree is very rough and also find uneven pattern. So it left the many scars. Scars means the marks. The creeper leaves the marks on the tree. And also he says, up to its very summit near the stars. The height of the tree is very tall. Its height, it reaches the stars. The tree is so tall to look. Casuarina tree alone has the strength to withstand the tight embrace of the creeper. So other trees will not survive with this creeper. Then, but gallantly means here gently. The giant wears the scarf, and the flowers are hung in crimson cluster all the boughs among. Thus mean the tree bravely adorns itself with a scarf. The scarf means here the creeper. The from which a deep red flowers, that means the crimson color flowers, the from the creeper. So it looks so beautiful, and also the tree makes it colorful. So with these crimson color flowers in the creeper. Come to the next line. Whereon all days are gathered, bird and bee. Thus means the bird and bee gather there all day. The trees and also acts as the home for all the small creatures. The whole garden filled with the song of bird because the birds they make their shelter in the tree. Then, and after at nights our garden overflows with the one sweet song that seems to have no close. The sun darkling from our tree while men repose. The whole night, the whole garden overflows with the sweet song of bird. It seems no end. They keep on, the birds, they sing the song. So while men repose, that means at the night time, so all the men went to sleep. So there was no come to the next one. The next stanza. When first my casement is wide open thrown, at dawn my eyes are delighted on it rest. Sometimes, and most in winter, on its crest a grey bubble sits, the statue like alone, so watching the sunrise. While on lower boughs is a puny offspring leaps about and play. Then, every morning at the dawn, early morning, so while the poets open the casement means here a big window. So through the window she can see the tree. Every morning she is delighted to see the tree because every morning he notices a baboon that sits on the top of the tree and watching the sunrise. And also she notices it's a puny offspring, that's the little ones. So they are leaping and jumping here and there, playing the boughs of the trees. The next one. So look. So this is the picture of the baboon. It sits on the top of the tree and watching the sunrise. Its offspring, a small one, the play on the boughs. The next. And far and near the koilas hail the day. The koilas means here a singing bird. So it's singing, it's welcome the day. So every morning, so we could hear the sounds of koilas. That means the song sounds the welcomes the day. Unto their posture went our sleepy cows. And also every the cows looks very the sleepy and moving very slowly to the pasture. Pasture means grazing land. Then, under the shadow, on the broad tank cast by that whole tree. So there was the tank. It is under the shadow of the huge Casuarina tree. It looks like a hore. Hore means the fully covered with snow because it was winter season. So there was a tank in the shadow of the Casuarina tree. So beautiful and vast is a bigger one. The water lilies spring like snow enmassed. So all the tank, the whole tank is filled with the water lily. It looked someone gathered the mass of snow. Look, this is the water lily. The whole tank filled with water lily. So it looks someone gathered the huge amount of snow in that. Someone collected and kept there. Then come to the third stanza. Come to the next one, third stanza. But not because of its magnificence, so dear is the Casuarina tree to my soul. Beneath it, we shall the tree be ever dear. The blunt with your images, it shall arise in memory till the hot tears blind mine eyes. So in this stanza, a Casuarina tree is very dear to her soul. It's not because of its splendid appearance. Their magnificent means the splendid appearance. It is just because of the reason that she had played under it. So when she was young, she played under the tree with her sibling. So she had two siblings, Abju and Aro. So both died of tuberculosis. At last she was alone. Then she is unable to forget those happy moments. So she becomes nostalgic when she recalls her whole sweet companion and their love for the tree. So both the poet and her siblings, they love the tree very much. Then all the images or her companion come to her memory along with the trees and the hot tears blind her eyes at once. Come to the next line. So what is the dirge like murmur that I hear, like the sea breaking on the shingle beach? It is the lament on airy speech that happily to unknown land may reach. She is able to hear the murmur of the tree, which is like a sad song. She compares the murmur to the sea breaking on a rocky beach. So if you go to the stony beach, so one can hear the huge noise. So that noise compared to the murmur of the tree. Then she finds it out as an airy speech. Airy speech means a very frightened sound. And the same lament reaches the unknown land because she was away from the country. But she can able to hear the murmuring and the lament of Casuarina tree. Thank you, students. The remaining two stanzas will be taken in the next class. Thank you.